Hi, guys. Welcome to our roller coaster of a podcast. Actually, though, we hope you enjoy it and thanks for listening. Just a quick disclaimer before we begin. This podcast may contain coarse language and sexual references. If you're not into that, then this podcast may not be for you.
Hey, people.
Hey, people. We don't even know how many are listening, but we see that there's multiples. So there's at least people, not just people person.
I know there's at least 3 of us. That includes me and you.
I feel like there's a little bit more. But yes, hello.
Yeah, maybe 4.
Maybe 4. Possibly 5, but no more than 6. No.
Oh, if you are listening,
cool.
Show us you're alive.
How?
Wait, I don't know. Comment on when you hear this. Comment on a TikTok video saying listening. I don't know.
Yeah, go on.
It's a test for you all. Are you listening? Oh fuck! It sounded like Frasier. Do you remember Frasier? Do you ever watch that show?
Oh, a little bit.
He'd always be like, "Hello, Seattle. I'm listening." Or
yeah, something like that.
I can't go on the weirdest tangents. Sorry.
How's your week been?
Pretty good. We're in lockdown at the moment, so that's fun. Because COVID's rearing its ugly head in Sydney.
Oh, of course it is, because it's school holidays.
Oh, so annoying. I mean, Toby's been pretty good, to be honest. He's been playing his game.
How long are you in lockdown for? Is it just the 3 days?
No, it's 2 weeks.
What the heck?
So it started. Yeah. What the heck? No, we're fully in lockdown from it was started last, I think, Saturday and until the 9th, which is fun because that's my partner's birthday.
Wow.
So yeah, until the 9th, and then school goes back on the 13th, I'm pretty sure. So
yeah, 13th. That sucks.
We get like 2-3 days to be able to get
Didn't
Toby
it
out of
happen
the house
last time too? It reared its head on school holidays, or something started on school holidays. I think Townsville and Maggie Island and that they're only like 3 days, which I suppose is good, but we're a little bit.
Well, we haven't had a lockdown. We've had having to wear masks and restrictions, but not tight restrictions, and not a full-on lockdown.
I'm surprised that we don't have to wear masks, even it's. I don't know, Townsville's pretty close to where I am, but...
Yeah. Well, that's what I thought you maybe were because of the fly in, fly out.
Yeah, no. And nothing's changed where I am.
That's so strange. I don't mind wearing masks. I know it makes me so angry, though. I had to go up to the shops just before we started our thing. And there are still people walking around up there with no masks, and it makes me so angry. Makes me angry only because it's whether you believe in it or not,
just do it.
Just do it. Fuck, it's a mask, and it's not like you got to wear it 24/7.
No,
even when you're at home.
Even the doctors, they have to wear it for such a long time.
Yeah.
If they can do it, you can do it for a 10-minute shop.
Oh, it really angers me. Or then you see people I had to go into the shops yesterday as well, and there was someone in front of us in the checkout line that was just fully had his mask under his chin, and his mate had his mask under his nose, and I'm like,
what's the point? Yeah,
what's the fucking point? And you're talking to the bloody cashier lady there's no they were next to the plexiglass, or whatever that is. I don't think it's glass, but whatever. They were next to it, so they're talking to her. So she was wearing a mask, but even still, it's really fucking rude, to be honest. We're in a lockdown for a reason.
Yeah, I don't get it. We're never going to be rid of it. It's so
frustrating because, I feel until everyone's gotten vaccinated.
And not everyone, and that's the thing, not everyone's going to. And some people don't follow the rules because they think it's a government conspiracy, or they don't want to be treated as a sheep, or... that sort of thing. We are never going to be rid of it. But what I also think, and I keep saying, is if the news people reported the flu as much as they do the COVID, then we would all be living in masks. all the time.
I agree with that. Yeah.
I just think it's something
in
that
saying
we're gonna...
that, I think I really feel like, because it's like, to my knowledge with it, it's more like aged people who are really getting really sick with it. And then obviously people with, like, you know, immune
there are some
and
people,
whatnot, you know, all of that. But
it's,
I feel like at the first and foremost, we should be pushing for them to be vaccinated, like as soon as possible. And I was saying to you the other day too, like, I was, my grandma is in her, I'm pretty sure, late 70s, right? And she's only just gone today to get her vaccine. And that's only because, like, my dad, her son, he works at a hospital in the ER. So I'm pretty sure he still does that. But he basically helped her set up that she could go to the hospital and get her vaccine, because her normal GP was meant to call her to tell her when she could come in for hers, and they still haven't done that. So she was like, well, I need to get it, like, I need to do it. So she asked my dad, and he set it up for her to go to the hospital today and get it done. And it's like, why is she not getting, like, why is her GP not on the ball with it? Like, she's in the age bracket where if she caught it, that's
what I don't understand is how come the AstraZeneca one is 3 months between shots, but the Pfizer one's only like 2 weeks or something, or 3 weeks. I don't understand this inconsistency.
And also, I don't understand why they're saying, like, the Pfizer one is for people under a certain age and the other one is for people over a certain age. Like,
because apparently the AstraZeneca,
why is it
apparently the AstraZeneca one causes blood clots in those under 40, under 50.
I saw something today, but I didn't read into it, to be quite honest. That were like, Queensland, is it Queensland, New South Wales premiers are really angry at ScoMo because he was saying that people under 40 can get the Astra.
The health minister, I think it was, pretty sure it was the health minister that said no. She does not want the young people to get it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not a scientist. I'm not going to sit down and, do Google research when these people are, in their laboratories.
I'm a little bit worried. One thing that does worry me is that it's being pushed out so fast, which for a reason.
But one thing that,
saying that,
like, people who get the flu shot, that's changing every single year because the strain changes. Like, something's always changing. So essentially, it's a new vaccine for the flu shot. Yeah, the base of the COVID vaccine has been around for years. It's just changing because it's now just, I don't know, I'm not a scientist, but it's weird.
Yeah.
And
I think the main takeaway is that COVID is serious.
Yeah.
I wish there was, like, a bit more.
I don't know.
I don't know.
We don't know what the long-term effects are. How can you know what the long-term effects are of a vaccine? Because this one is so new. So how do we know? But then we also don't know what the long-term effects of a flu vaccine, and I get that because I work in a school.
Yeah.
And I have registered interest to get the Pfizer vaccine purely because my dad's in that age group and I work at a school.
Yeah.
So that's what I have to do.
I can't, I don't think, because of my age, get, like, oh wait, no, I think the other day I did register because I was doing something for my partner with it. So because he got the email asking him to register his interest, because of his age. But I don't know. I just wish I wish there was a bit more consistency from the government too.
That's it. It's the consistency,
and
lack of consistency.
I think like how we're talking about it now, I feel like that's fine to be questioning. Or it's okay to question things.
Of course.
But the one thing that pisses me off is when people, like, go from questioning to full-on consispcy theories.
Yeah, and blast it all over social media, and it's like, can you just stop?
It's okay to question. It's okay to have a discussion about it. But then they go from one extreme to the other by going, well, COVID's not even real. And it's like, you tell that to the families who've lost, loved ones to it.
Yeah.
But anyway. But that's my week. We're in lockdown.
I'm on school.
How's your week?
I'm on school holidays.
Yeah.
And I have not done very much. I'm taking this week to just relax. Been a few things that have happened, mostly mentally, I suppose. But yeah, I don't want to do anything. I don't have a will to draw or anything. I actually had a second the other day where I'm like, I want to draw. And then I turned on the iPad and it was flat. And I went, well, I don't want to draw. And now it's been sitting on charge ever since. So it's going great. My device is going great.
Do you know what? Maybe sometimes it's just your body's way of being like, you've been working, like, with your job. Maybe you just need to take a little bit of time to chill out. And
yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm hoping next week.
Which is hard because,
well,
your head's still kind of like, no, I kind of want to.
Yeah, I've got 2 weeks, 1 week left of holidays. Yeah. So I'm hoping I can get smash some stuff out.
Yeah.
Yeah, other than that.
Well, I'm hoping next week to just I don't want to. Well, it's weird. This week I've been like, I want to be the one that's just sitting down and maybe watching some movies or catching up on a show or whatever that I've been wanting to watch or whatnot. I'm like, I get bored and I'm like, well, I may as well be productive and go and work on the business drawings or personal drawings or stuff like that. Yeah. So, and then I feel like about sitting on the computer.
I don't even have any updates on my online dating app escapades.
Yeah.
No updates.
No updates.
Not great. Not bad. Just nothing. And also lockdown.
Oh, God. Yeah. Well, that makes it hard.
Yeah.
We have a topic. I've forgotten already. Did you write it down?
I did. I did. Actually, I wanted to know, have you seen the movie? Not the movie. The episode. No, not even the TV series on Netflix, The Sex Life.
Oh, do you know what? I heard of it. I haven't actually watched it yet.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Oh, what is it like? I'm assuming it's about someone's sex life, but
I haven't watched the series. I just went to like episode 3, and then I went to that specific timestamp that everyone's talking about in this TV show.
Oh, I haven't heard anyone talking about it. Okay.
Oh, wow.
I've literally been living under a rock. Like.
Yeah. Okay. So what you need to do is go on Netflix and go to episode 3 and just scrub for the timestamp and just start at about 1940 and just watch. It's either 1940. Give me a second. I need to confirm if it's 19 or 18.
Should I do it now? I can do it on my phone.
Yeah, you should. I think it's 19. Just start at 1950 though.
Okay, let me see.
And this is what like everyone's talking about on. Oh well, not everyone. Clearly not everyone, but my TikTok has so many just live reacts.
So you've seen stuff on TikTok? Because I haven't actually
TikTok and
been
Facebook.
On TikTok very much, other than seeing what people are posting.
Yeah. But yeah, episode 3.
Holy shit!
I had to go back a few times and catch the pause, like to pause it.
Oh my God, that's flaccid.
Yeah, right? Can you imagine if it was...
Holy shit, what is it like his fucking leg when it's erect?
I don't know, but I want to know. Like, I think I need to know.
Oh my God. Is there more, or is it just that?
I don't know. This is the timestamp that they're talking about.
Holy shit.
I'm pretty sure he's an Australian actor. Yes, that's great.
Holy shit, man. But you know what? I think that's, doing wonders, because women always have to see other women on screen butt naked and their, fan-wise showing.
Yep.
So
that's fair, right?
That was a very impressive flaccid
Penis.
fucking such a weird, non-erect flaccid.
It's massive.
It's so long.
It's massive. It's like, but it's not even like long and just thin.
No, it's like got some. It's like the perfect.
It would be
like flaccid looking penis and then erect.
Would be like the picture perfect fucking textbook porn penis.
Christ. Oh, this is so bad. Like, not to objectify this man.
Yeah, sorry, dude. Adam, I think your name is.
Also,
but that's your fault because
Christ, go easy on the ladies, mate. You're gonna fucking give them a new service.
Well, yeah, you would not be able to. Yep. Yeah.
Oh my God.
I wonder how he feels if he finishes. I wonder how he feels if he finishes early, because I think some. I don't know.
Oh, do you know what? Even if he went flaccid.
Well, it wouldn't matter.
It'd still be big enough.
Wouldn't
just hold it
just
or something.
Stay there and just like we'll be fine. We'll work this out.
It's big enough flaccid that it wouldn't matter. It'd be like
yeah.
Oh, but speaking of, guys who finished. Guys who finished maybe first. I don't think it's that big of a deal.
It's that big of a deal. It's happened.
I mean, in saying that, it's not that big of a deal depending on how you act afterwards. Because I think it's a big deal if you say finish first and then immediately jump off of the person that you're doing the deed with and go fuck off to without saying a word.
Yeah.
Or get off, roll over without saying a word and just leave them sitting there like, what is happening? Like,
yeah, well, that's it. I've had it happen where it happened really, really. In fact, it's been a couple of times actually. It happened really quick. One guy was completely, like concerned because obviously I hadn't finished because I didn't get a chance to. And I'm like, no, it's fine. You can. He's, he's telling me that he's about to. I'm like, no, it's fine. You can. Don't worry about it. And then with the second one, we just laughed because it was funny. Not that I was laughing at him, but his reaction to being so surprised that he goes, I've just been thinking about it all day that it just happened. It's finally here. I'm like, dude, it's okay. Just come here and cuddle me and we'll be fine.
Do you know what? I understand that though, because have you ever been like so horny that it doesn't take any time at all? Like women, I can personally, I can be worked up all day and be really, keen for it. And then
that was
the minute that you have sex, it's like, oh, okay. Oh, well, I've just came. It's like, okay, now you can take your time. It's fine. Like, don't worry about me.
That was the guy before the last guy that, I had already met him, so I wasn't like anxious or anything. He was coming over and, that was really quick. And, I'm like, dude, take
for me.
I'm like, just take your time. You've hit it. It's fine. Yeah. But no,
sometimes it's like that, but yeah.
Like, I mean, they've been like, oh, do you want me to help? Or they're like, look, next time I'm gonna just, we'll fix you first, and then and then I'll jump in. And I'm like, no, it's fine. It doesn't faze me. It doesn't bother me.
Sometimes I don't even need to have to orgasm. Hey,
no,
during sex. No. So I feel sometimes that it's kind of like if you don't, they feel bad.
Yeah.
But it's like, communication. Because sometimes it's like I'm enjoying the actual act. I don't actually.
Yeah.
It must be weird for men because men would be having. I don't know how it is for a man, but from my understanding is that they would be having sex with the goal to
to finish,
to come. And you said it so much more elegantly than me. And, but you know, we obviously want to orgasm too, but I think it's agreed that it's a lot harder and longer for women to get to that point. And
Most
sometimes
times.
it's just like
sometimes
you're just enjoying the feeling and then you don't actually particularly need to.
And that was me with the last dude.
Yeah,
it was just nice, and then it happened, and then we just cuddled for ages and talked, and then we just laughed, and that was
see, that's what makes it okay to me.
Yeah,
doing the whole cuddling after.
And he's like, I'm sorry,
you know,
like,
chit chat.
I'm sorry, and I'm like, please don't be. I promise, like, it's not a big deal. I'm okay. If he was like one of the other ones where he just went in and out and then was gone, then it was, then I have an issue with that.
Yeah.
But the last dude, no.
Do you know why that is an issue if there are any men that ever listen to this? It's because it makes you feel like shit. And it makes you feel like shit because it's like, if that's how you just wanted an in and out, go and fucking get a blow up doll, man. Like,
yeah. Oh, he made me
that's basically how you feel.
Made me feel not like, he made me feel just like a piece of, I was going to say a piece of meat. That's what they refer to themselves at. But like nothing. It felt like nothing. Like there was just a lie. There was no kiss.
Like you're a device or something just for them, and they don't even give a shit that it's another human being there. Like that to me. I haven't had that happen. So, you know, that would be really shit from a stranger to feel that way from a stranger.
Stupid me, you know, he was here several times. I just kept wanting it.
Yeah, that's when it's an issue. But if they're doing like, you know, and sometimes like I think because erectile dysfunction is a thing, you know, like, or whatever that stuff is. You ever been laid up at night and they have ads for it?
Yeah.
Which is, I don't mean to laugh at it. It's just funny because you'll be watching a movie that's on late at night, and then all of a sudden,
the emails. I'm like, I'm a female. When have I looked for stuff that makes me need to have an erection for longer?
Oh God,
I don't even.
Do you know what? Speaking of it though, do you ever like I don't know, for some reason I keep hearing, and I think it's because my partner's getting older, and I'm getting older, so we hear friends of friends and just mentioning Viagra.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, we're not that old that like.
No, but do you know what? One of the people and I, we have this thing where we kind of had this thing where we wanted to try it and see what would happen.
I'm actually at this, like, some people I've heard them say to my partner, just try it, man, just try it. And he will say, no, like, I'm good, I don't need it. But I think it's not the fact of like that you need it. I think some people are taking it just because it makes you kind of last longer, or you can go for several times. It's a bit hard for us with a kid. I think if we were to do that, we would need to have Toby sleeping over at a friend's.
But see, the person who I discussed it with went for a long time anyway, so I don't imagine.
Oh, you chafe, man.
Oh, it gets,
if they already go for a long time.
Yeah, look, pumping for over an hour because they just keep going and then they stop and then they keep going and then they stop. I got bored. It's like, okay, I know what you're doing and you are having so much fun, but it has been over an hour. Please just let it come out. Just let it come out. You don't have to keep it away.
Meanwhile, he's there like practicing tantra.
He's like, oh, she hasn't finished yet. Honey, I did like half an hour ago.
Oh, is it ever so? Do you ever get that when it's like they're like, oh, they kind of say, I want you to come, and you're like, I have. It's just the thing ever.
Like, how did you?
I'm really sorry that I didn't yell out loud enough.
What did you want? You know what my least favorite thing is, and men, let's just educate you for a second here. You cannot stretch a vagina. Please remember that vaginas.
Oh my God.
Vaginas push out children, and everything goes back to the way it's supposed to be. So if you think that your penis, which is nowhere near as big as a baby's head or shoulders, this
is why I hate the term of calling someone loose.
Oh, 100%, because you
I hate it. They're not loose, mate. You're just fucking small.
Or she's ready.
I mean, even saying that, sometimes you do have, and like, it's not that you're loose. It's just everyone's bodies are different. It's just like when someone is maybe a bigger built sort of person, or someone who's like on the more of the thinner side, or different body shapes. Vaginas are different as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Like I didn't actually know this until a couple of days ago, that some vaginas internally are different in terms of some are straight, some are curved, like
some are long, some are short.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then I was like, I don't know why I didn't realize that before, but yeah.
Yeah, but the whole
like,
the
just
whole
because
stretching,
someone is bigger, like that, it's not because someone else has stretched them.
No,
out.
that's
not a fucking
not the thing. And if it's super hard for your small penis or average penis to get in there, chances are she's not fucking ready. You haven't worked her up enough, because vaginas,
everyone's different, but I think it's so shit to call someone loose, because I think that is more like a derogatory, it just makes it sound like it's like slut shaming. Oh, she's loose. And it's like,
yeah,
you could turn it around and be like, okay, if that logic made sense, okay, say for a minute that someone did stretch her out, it means that she's had a bigger dick than you, mate. So fuck up.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, yeah, I hate that term. I hate it so much. Even just the whole slut shaming thing.
No.
But
it's like people,
and the same can be said for men too. I don't actually like it when people make fun of men who are maybe on the smaller side.
Oh no,
because maybe that's small for you, but maybe that could be perfect for someone else.
Well, the one guy who finished me really quickly was not on the bigger side, but he hit that spot. He was just like, yeah. Whereas
just because and bigger doesn't always mean better.
Bigger doesn't always mean better. Sometimes smaller is just absolutely perfect.
And it comes down to each individual person. Sometimes someone needs it to be bigger in order to, get any kind of sensation, and that
slamming
comes down
it,
to their body.
into the cervix fucking hurts. Please don't try and stick it out of my asshole because it hurts. Okay, But I think also one thing is what we need to get used to doing is communicating. And if something is hurting,
that's the big thing.
If something is hurting, then you say, oh no, this is hurting. For one guy, I make it sound like there's a lot. I just don't want to say names. He just slammed and it hurt, and I didn't say anything. The next time he did it again, and I'm like, I can't not say anything because it actually is aching, and it aches afterwards as well.
Do you know, sometimes, do you ever feel like sometimes it's, I know for me personally, I don't mind if it's slammed, but I have to be at a certain point. You can't just like at the start going to town.
And I have to be in a certain angle as well.
I think part of the, and particular positions, like with me particularly, speaking for myself anyway, some positions I just can't, like it's too much, but another position I'm like, okay, you're going too slow now, like you need to speed it up, please, mate. This is the ideal position for me for that.
There is that thing where it's like vary it up a bit, because sometimes the slow and deep is great, and then sometimes the faster, but also sometimes just
angles.
Absolutely, but sometimes just the tip as well. Like, because obviously the further into our vagina we but get it past the lips. No, like sometimes not the mouth. You know what I mean.
just the tip doesn't mean hover above as if we can as if we can like feel with Jedi powers your penis. Right
yeah,
there.
no, get
like,
it. Just at least
you're not
inside.
radiating heat that's like blowing onto our vaginas.
But
you need to actually make contact.
Because yeah, because obviously at some part of our vagina there is no, we have no feeling. Obviously, we stick tampons up there, we don't feel them.
Yeah, that's it. Hey, that's it.
So you reach that point, I ain't gonna feel you. I don't know what you're doing if you're just. And again, that comes down to angles and. I don't know.
Yeah,
I just think there needs to be more communication.
Yeah, definitely. Communication's key. I'm very thankful, if I can speak English. I'm very thankful that with my partner, I think we've gotten into a groove at the moment where we know what works. We've been together for years, so
yeah,
you would hope.
Yeah.
But we know what works. I guess what positions are. It's probably very vanilla, I guess, but we'll start in one or we'll just do one whole position because we know that's what's good for both of us.
I think that's the difference with hookups, because at the moment, obviously, I'm not in a relationship.
Yeah, of course.
Everything's so vanilla. It's just missionary, and until they come over more often, we can't establish anything else because you come over once or twice and I get sick of you or you get sick of me or whatever, or we just wanted that one night of whatever. It's
I was going to say that interests me that it is just, do you find most of the time it's just the one position? It's just missionary?
It was only the one guy that was like over heaps where we tried all different positions.
But like in terms of like the first time
is always missionary.
Wow. Yeah. I only say that only because it's just, well, I mean, I'm not afraid to say we started off as friends with benefits. And like our first meetup, we had kind of, we met up at a hotel, like a motel, I should say, and did a number of them, and we had breaks in between and
see, mine have only been up until the last guy, it was just sex and left. There was no time to do anything else. It was, and also it's mostly at night time, so we both have work in the next morning, and because I used to start so early, it was like, dude, you need to go. And now even with the last guy, it's like, honey, you need to go because you have to go to bed.
Wow.
So yeah,
I'm going to ask my partner about that. Hey, only because I'm interested to find out if that was like, if in his head he was expecting to just kind of do the deed and then just go.
Yeah.
Or if, because I actually remember, like, or if I'm maybe just really into sex. Say it again. I'm gonna ask my partner about what he thought the first time we got together, because it's interesting to find out if maybe he was thinking it was just be like quick sex and then, or not quick sex, but just like one sex session and then go, or if he was actually expecting to spend that time with me, because we spent quite a lot of time that evening together, and we did it as soon as like we saw each other. It was kind of awkward, so the whole get it over with. Then we had a shower and we went and actually got some dinner, came back, had a couple more sessions before I ended up going home. But it's so weird that we got a motel, but there's a reason for why I had gone.
I actually like that idea though, going to a hotel.
I didn't have the opportunity because of my living situation
of course.
And he didn't have the opportunity because of his living situation where there would be privacy.
No, you know what?
So
next time I kind of want to just go to a hotel.
Well, it was a motel, I should say.
What's the difference between a hotel and a motel?
Well, it wasn't fancy.
So I don't care. I just don't want them in my space, because what if they're creepy and then they just come back and then they know where I live? Like, I've been lucky, but there's a couple of guys that I'm talking to at the moment who I will be blocking, And they just don't take no for an answer. One guy was like, he messaged me randomly this morning. He goes, I want to eat your pussy. And I've gone, oh, what? You want to what?
Oh, my
God. Who are you?
Well, good morning, sir.
He goes, it's a sexy one. I'm like,
wonder what he'd say if he turned around and was like, well, no, thank you. I don't want you to eat my cat, okay?
I like my cat. What is my cat done to you? We're not
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Stick to beef.
And then he goes, and then in the very next message, he's like, would you be angry if I turned you around and started eating your asshole? And I'm like, what? Where are you coming? What is happening?
What? That is so strange.
It is
to me.
so
It's like
weird. These dating apps are fucked. And then he goes,
oh my God.
And then he's like, he goes, can I have some naughty pictures? And I'm like, no, you can't. He goes, please. I went, no. He goes, pretty please.
What?
And I'm like, the answer is no, I don't want to. Also, I'm fully clothed and I don't send these images out. And he goes, well,
oh my God.
He goes,
people like that really creep me out, because it's like, if you say we're the type of person who was okay to do that, which is fine if you want to send, nudes. Yeah. But like people like that, it's like, if you're sending them to guys like that, where is he putting them? Yeah. Like, who is he sending them on to?
Yeah.
Like, what site are they uploading them to? Like, it's so creepy to me.
Yeah. And then he goes, well, you need to take your clothes off because that's how we'll be sleeping. I've gone, what are you talking about?
Oh, my God.
I sleep how I want to sleep. And if I want to sleep in pajamas, I'll sleep in pajamas. And then he goes, well, can you take a photo of your ass for me at least? I'm like, no. He goes, that's my major turn. I'm like, no. I'm not going to.
These men... Mate, porn's free these days. Fucking, if you want to get your rocks off that bad, fucking look up some porn.
Yeah, look.
Jesus Christ. Oh, my God.
These dating, some of these men, like, I can't wait to ram you. What the fuck?
Oh, my God.
I mean, no.
That's so creepy.
It is. And it's the ask me 5 times the same question and pretty please. No, fucking no. The answer is no. I said no.
It makes me wonder if you would actually say, okay, I want you here right now, whether they would actually do it or if they're just trying to get their rocks off.
For that
like half the time, I suspect that, in that moment. Serious, I want to ask my partner about...
the first time.
Yeah, the first time. Because I didn't actually say this before. I got interrupted from my son when we had to cut it. I want to ask him because I distinctly remember the first time there was a point there where he was like, he called me a nympho just as a joke.
Yeah.
And now I'm thinking back to it going, maybe it was me that I was just really fucking like.
Was it
thirsty for it,
or first time?
No, we did it like the first. Yes, it was missionary, but I was hanging off the bed. Like my head was like nearly touching the floor, like we kind of going a bit nuts on the bed.
Yeah.
But we did quite a few different, things that time.
I had my hair down once. One time I had I've got curly hair, my hair. And then as I was walking him outside, because I had to lock the gate, I had the biggest bird's nest, big knot in the back of my head. It took me 20 minutes to brush out a quarter of my hair. That's how knotty my hair was. I'm like, oh my gosh. And I'm standing at the gate and he was saying bye. And I'm like, the other dude, same thing. And I'm standing at the gate and I'm like, this is gross. He goes, what? I said, it's fucking dripping. I'm like, it's just, this is disgusting. It sucks being a girl. He goes, yeah, fuck that, man. He goes, I'm sorry. Because he was also the one that...
Did you just say it's dripping?
Yes.
As in...
Yeah, because he was really... Yeah. I was straight after and I walked him out because I'm nice like that. No, it's because I have to lock the gate. And it was just...
I feel so unladylike, hey. Oh, it's the worst.
It's fucking disgusting.
I do like this random... my legs squeezed shut and I kind of do this tumble off the bed. And I've got like basically my legs closed up to my knees and then like spread from my knees down to my legs, spread as far as I can. And I roll off the bed and kind of pushed myself up into a standing and then like tipped it like kind of it's as if like you're walking with your pants down.
Yeah.
You know that weird walk that you do, the shuffle?
Yeah.
And I kind of shuffled to the bathroom so that I can like sit down, and then it just maybe he just has lots of sperm.
See, mate, you know, okay, so
I couldn't imagine standing up straight away normally putting my underwear on.
No, well, I
I
didn't have to with the last dude. And we didn't use protection. Silly, I know, but we didn't. And it was, we were laying there cuddling, and I've gone, oh, he goes, what's wrong? I went, stripping down my butt. And he goes, I was just thinking about where it would be right now. I went, yeah, it's down my butt cheek. It's going. It's going. He goes, do you want to go and get cleaned up? I'm like, nah, I'm good for cuddling at the moment. I'm gonna just wait. And then afterwards, I was like, you know, obviously went to the toilet because you pee after sex.
Yeah, yes, of course.
And I did that.
That's why I do my shuffle to go to the toilet.
Yeah, well, I
gotta let this get out.
I didn't, and I went to the toilet and I peed. This is a bit too much information. And I went to wipe, and I'm like, I don't know where this starts or where this finishes. Fuck this. I'm not wiping. I'm just gonna go for a fucking shower because it's just
it's everywhere.
It was everywhere. It's like yeah.
I feel you there.
Good times.
Well, I don't feel you there, but
please don't feel me there.
I relate.
That's a bit weird. I mean, I know we had this thing.
I don't want to. I know what that feels like.
And I know that I keep proposing to you, but please don't feel me there. That's my no-no zone.
No.
Unless you're.
Oh, damn it! Damn it, I really wanted to do that.
All right, well, I think we've covered enough. I think we might jump into a couple of would you rather questions.
I haven't even brought up the website. Fuck.
Deep and hard. That's what it said.
Also, guys, remember, just the tips.
But through the lips and not the mouth.
That should be another thing, just the tips through the lips.
Yeah.
Tips through the lips. Dead. Oh my god, yeah. That should be our slogan, man. Can we make a shirt? Just tips through the lips.
Yeah, okay.
That's my favourite thing we've ever said.
Yeah, I'm gonna write that down.
Just the tips.
What am I writing this on? Through the lips, yeah? Oh, I'm writing this on a church piece of paper. Okay, so we're going to do, instead of would you rather, we're going to do a never have I ever. Mine is
because some of these would you rather things are really fucking stupid and boring.
No.
And it's like, come on, give us some spice.
Yeah, but this one's dumb too, because it's like, never have I ever sexted.
Oh.
Like,
if I had a drink, I'd be drunk.
Never have I slept with someone twice my age. Not twice my age.
Not twice my age, no.
Never have I ever hooked up with someone I just met within the first 24 hours.
Oh, no, not for me, no.
Yeah, my bad. Never have I lied about being single because I wasn't interested in a person.
Oh, yeah, actually, yes. Because that's that. Wait, I heard that right. That's like asking if someone asked you out and you just said, "Oh no, I've got a boyfriend."
Correct.
But you didn't. Yes, yeah, I've done that. 100%. Oh, there's a story with that. I remember when I was, this is so creepy. I was like 16 at the time, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I had to go into the news agency to grab something for my parents, and I'm gone in, and there's this really creepy like older guy, and he like I was looking at a magazine to try and pick which one I wanted, and he came up to me and he's like full on leaned on the magazine rack and he started chatting to me, but like in a flirty way, and I've gone, yeah. He's like asking me how my day was, and I'm like, okay, like what? And he's like straight away, no like hiding it, was like, oh, so I'd love to get your number to ask you out one time. And I was like, I said I'm like 16, and he was still like, he's like, that's all right. Like,
oh my gosh,
like, that's when I was like, I've got a boyfriend. And then he's like, oh, well, if anything changes, can I still have your number? And he's like, full on got his phone out to, the flip phones back then. Got his phone out to get my number, and I've gone, no, I've got to go. So I left, got what I needed, went and paid for it, and then left. And then, no joke, man, this same dude, I was working at Kmart at the time, and this same dude was walking around Kmart, and he spotted me and like full on made a beeline to me, and I've gone, fuck, like I can't. He could just be like, I'm just a customer asking for your help, and I can't really like, ignore him. So I had to like run out the back, and I was like hiding at the back dock for a good like half an hour for this guy to leave. And I'm like asking the other male co-workers of mine, like, if you see this guy, he looks like this, just let me know when he's gone. But that was like, that was one time that I've had to lie and say I had a boyfriend when I didn't, because he's just such a fucking creep. Like I was 16, and even telling this person I was 16, so gross.
I remember at the one time I was hosting karaoke, and this one guy, every time he sees me, he's like, you're so beautiful, I love you, I'm so in love with you, you're so beautiful. And it was really uncomfortable. Like he wants to hug and kiss me all the time. Every time he sees me, it's disgusting. I'm like, I'm not interested, man, dude, please fuck off. And a friend that I was hosting with, he turns around and he goes, you're picking on my girl, are you seriously? And we don't have that type of friendship, like where you would think that we talk maybe once or twice a year, if that. And he full on had to jump in and be like, hey, that's my girlfriend, she's not interested, you leave her alone. And this other dude's like, oh, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry, to my friend, not to me, apologizing to the man, because
so shit.
How dare he, talk to his girlfriend. I'm like, no, you should be apologizing to me because I've said no. I said I'm not interested, and you keep touching me and you keep telling me how beautiful I am. Like, yeah, okay. So first time you said it, I said, thank you. That's lovely. I appreciate it.
Yes.
But then just stop.
So creepy.
Yeah, just fucking stop.
Yeah. I just don't understand that mentality. Hey.
Yeah.
Like,
no.
Anyway, because that's a whole conversation in itself, isn't it? Really?
Yeah, that's that. Yeah,
the way that is. Yeah, and how it feels to be on the receiving end of that shit, where it's like, oh, I'm just complimenting you, and it's like, okay, well, I said thank you, now fuck off. Like,
just stop.
I don't owe you a thank you. By the way, you're a stranger.
Yeah.
Far out, man. I don't understand that mentality. But anyway.
Okay.
I finally got to, I don't know what I was looking at before, but I finally got down to the dirty.
Ooh.
Never have it ever.
Here we go.
See if they're dirty or not. It's like, first one's just like, oh, I'm not done the dishes.
Never have I ever kissed on the first date. Like, come on. Come on. I fucked on the first date, so kissing doesn't really fucking count.
Oh.
You wash your saucy dishes, you dirty girl.
Stop, Nelly. You're turning me on.
It's the tomato sauce, isn't it? No, it's ranch. Pepperoni pizza. And ranch.
Pepperoni with some ranch. Oh, yes. Say it slower. An octave down.
I love the deep voice and the growl and just fucking floors.
Yeah.
Priscilla played a video the other day, showed it to me, and got me completely it was unexpected, and the growl, and I just like nearly slid off the seat. Like I became a turtle and went, holy fuck, I didn't know I liked that.
I wasn't expecting that on my Friday afternoon. Thank you, sir.
even the new one where it where they're like, oh, you do this with your hands, and then the girl does it, and then the guy, she ends up with her arms above her head and against the door. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I didn't know that I liked that either. Yeah, but the growl. You know what?
I always sometimes that kind of those videos, they take you by surprise with, you're like, I didn't know that turned me on.
Like,
here I am.
The growl. It was the growl. Like, I'm just like, I was watching it, and then he growled, and I'm like, whoa, I just no, I slid. I'm like sliding down this chair like a turtle going, I didn't know that I liked that, but I like that. Please play that again.
Yeah. And then you're like, oh, what count is that? Sorry, what is it?
What was that?
Oh, okay.
Just,
you're like,
yeah.
Okay. And then like later on at night, you're like, you have that little bit on repeat.
Save.
Never have I ever been to an adult store.
Oh, I have.
I have. Never have I ever had a favorite sex toy.
Yes.
Do you have a favorite one that you're like go to? Yeah. I do. And it's I named it Jack.
It's actually one of the ones that I got with one of, how with that other guy we bought like
Oh, is this the one you've drawn a picture to show?
Yes. It's that one. Now I don't generally use them. I'm not big into self-pleasure. It does nothing for me.
I must have a problem, man, hey, because lately I feel like if I'm just sitting down at a chair, like it's not happening right now.
That'd be weird.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever.
This whole time I'm like, we're gonna get this over with, Nelly. We're gonna get it over with. Need to go to the toilet.
I have done like with the last guy, we used toys, and after, so I'm not big into the whole sexting thing. Like it's not me, but with him it was very different.
Yeah.
But I sleep with them first. I remember.
See, sometimes I don't even need to have a toy. Like, to be honest, when it comes to me with like masturbating and stuff like that, I don't actually do anything where I grab a toy out if my son is home.
Yeah.
So I usually have a window where my partner goes to work before I have to go pick up my son from school. That's generally the window that I use if I'm feeling like it, that I would grab a toy out. And even like when my son's asleep, he's obviously in his own room. But even then I'm like, oh, he could wake up and come in and see me. So I've actually gotten to the point where I don't need to even touch myself really. I can literally just sit there doing Kegels and fucking end up having an orgasm.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know, is that impressive?
That actually is, because you know what's funny? Is how like in movies, these women, like they rub themselves and then they have like these amazing orgasms and that sort of stuff. I'm like, how the fuck do y'all do that? Like, that's not a thing. Like, I think you're faking it. I mean,
see, I just So yeah.
I don't know. I'm not very adventurous in that regard. This whole dating and sleeping with different people is very different for me too.
Yeah. It would be different, I think, if you've got like someone that you've been consistently seeing, like you're full on dating them.
Yes.
And exclusive, so you have that chance to experiment and find out, you know, what works.
Yeah. But
Anywho,
all right, people, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for listening to us talking about
everything. Sex
through the loop. Yeah. Fuck it, that's amazing. That's the most genius thing we've ever thought of.
It's serious though. That's just the tip is fine. And through the lips. Yeah, cool.
But it's actually gonna make contact, okay?
We're going. Goodbye.
We're going.
Enjoy.
Toodle do, everybody.
You said doodle.
Catch us on the flip side.
What? You said doodle? Doodle do.
Doodle.
Okay, I'm cutting it. Goodbye, people.
Bye, everybody. Catch us on the flip side.